Some people drain the joy from every room they enter and twist every conversation into something dark and painful. These are not just difficult people or those having bad days. These are individuals who seem to feed off the misery of others and destroy everything good around them with a precision that feels almost supernatural. Most of us have met someone like this. Someone who makes our skin crawl without doing anything obviously wrong. Someone who leaves us feeling exhausted and confused after every interaction. Someone who seems to know exactly which buttons to push to make us doubt ourselves and question our reality. The truth is, there are people walking among us who operate with a level of malice and calculation that goes beyond normal human behavior. They manipulate emotions like a master puppeteer and create chaos wherever they go. They pretend to care while secretly working to tear down everything we hold dear. Today, we are going to expose the 5 unmistakable signs that reveal when someone in your life is operating from a place of pure evil. These signs will protect you from falling victim to their schemes and save you from years of psychological torment. This information is crucial for your mental health and well-being. Do not skip any part of this video because each sign builds on the previous one. If you want to save time, watch at 1.5 or 2 times speed instead of jumping around. Missing even one section could leave you vulnerable to manipulation. Let's dive right in. Have you ever noticed how some people can walk into a room and suddenly everyone feels like they need a nap? It's almost comical how fast the energy shifts. 1 minute everyone is laughing and having a great time, and then boom, Captain Negativity arrives and suddenly the room feels like a funeral home. But here is the thing that most people miss completely. This is not just someone having a rough day or going through a tough time. This is something much more serious and deliberate. When you interact with normal people, even during their worst moments, you still feel like a human being afterward. You might feel sad for them or want to help, but you do not feel like someone just plugged a vacuum cleaner into your soul and sucked out all your life force. But with these energy vampires, something completely different happens. After just 10 minutes with them, you feel exhausted in ways that make no sense. Your head starts pounding, your shoulders feel heavy, and you suddenly want to crawl into bed and sleep for 3 days straight. Scientists have actually studied this phenomenon and discovered that humans really do exchange energy during interactions. We absorb emotions and energy from the people around us through something called emotional contagion. Here is where it gets interesting. Normal people give and take energy naturally, like a healthy conversation where both people feel good afterward. But human demons only take. They are like energy black holes that suck in all the positive vibes and give back nothing but exhaustion and negativity. The first sign that reveals when someone in your life is a human demon is that they consistently drain your energy and leave you feeling completely exhausted after every single interaction. This is sign number 1 out of 5 total signs we will cover today. These people absorb your positive energy like a sponge soaks up water. They feed off your emotional reactions and responses in ways that feel almost predatory. They always have problems but never want solutions. They complain about everything but never take action to fix anything. They make every conversation about their drama, their pain, their endless list of complaints. Normal people who are going through hard times still contribute something to the relationship. They might be struggling, but they still ask how you are doing. They still show interest in your life. They still give back in small ways. But human demons only know how to take. They escalate every small issue into major drama because they need that negative energy to survive. The most dangerous part is that they specifically target kind and caring people. They can smell empathy from a mile away, and they know exactly which people will keep giving them attention and energy even when it hurts. They prey on people who have trouble setting boundaries and who feel guilty for not helping others. The physical symptoms you experience after being around them are real and should not be ignored. Headaches, fatigue, feeling heavy or sluggish, wanting to isolate yourself afterward. These are all warning signs that someone is stealing your energy. Your body is literally telling you that something is wrong with this person and this relationship. Now, there is something deeply unsettling about having a conversation with someone and walking away feeling like you are losing your mind. You know what was said, you remember the details clearly, but somehow they have convinced you that your memory is completely wrong. This creates a sickening feeling in your stomach that something is not right, but you cannot quite put your finger on what it is. Sarah thought she was going crazy when her co-worker kept denying conversations they had just had the day before. She would ask about a project deadline, get a clear answer, and then when the deadline passed, her co-worker would swear they never discussed it. Sarah started questioning her own memory and even wondered if she was developing early signs of memory loss. She felt embarrassed and confused, constantly second-guessing herself in ways that were destroying her confidence at work. What Sarah did not realize is that she was experiencing a psychological attack technique that human demons use with surgical precision. They twist facts and conversations to make you doubt your own memory and perception of reality. This is not accidental or random. This is a deliberate strategy to control you by making you dependent on their version of events. The second sign that reveals when someone in your life is a human demon is their ability to make you question your own perception of reality through constant mind games and manipulation. This is sign number 2 out of 5. They rewrite history to always make themselves look like the victim or the hero in every situation. They deny things they clearly said or did, often with such confidence that you start to believe maybe you really did misremember. They make you feel crazy for remembering events differently than their carefully crafted version of what happened. The most insidious part is how they make you apologize for things that are not your fault. Somehow in their twisted version of reality, you become responsible for their behavior, their emotions, and their problems. They attack your confidence and self-trust so systematically that you stop believing your own instincts and experiences. This technique is called gaslighting, and human demons are absolute masters at it. They use it to isolate you from other people who might validate your reality and confirm that yes, you are remembering things correctly, and no, you are not going crazy. They want you to become completely dependent on their version of reality because once they control your perception, they control you. The long-term damage this causes cannot be understated. When someone constantly makes you doubt your own memory and perception, it destroys your ability to make confident decisions. You start second-guessing everything because you no longer trust your own mind. This is exactly what they want. A person who is so confused and unsure that they cannot fight back or escape the manipulation. The warning signs are clear once you know what to look for. If someone consistently makes you feel confused about conversations you just had, if they regularly deny saying things you clearly remember, if they make you feel like you are losing your grip on reality, then you are dealing with a master manipulator who is deliberately messing with your head. By the way, if this information is already opening your eyes to manipulation you might be experiencing and you have not hit that subscribe button yet, do yourself a favor and smash it right now. This channel is dedicated to exposing these tactics and protecting people from psychological predators, and there is so much more life-changing content coming your way. Now we are getting into territory that will make your blood run cold once you truly understand what is happening. Most people think drama just happens naturally in life. Misunderstandings occur, conflicts arise, people have bad days and take it out on others. But what if I told you that some people deliberately create drama and chaos because they literally feed off the negative emotions it generates? This is not about someone who accidentally causes problems or has poor communication skills. This is about individuals who wake up each day looking for ways to stir up conflict, provoke reactions, and create emotional turmoil in everyone around them. They are like emotional vampires who need a steady diet of anger, fear, sadness, and chaos to feel alive. The third sign that reveals when someone in your life is a human demon is their supernatural ability to create drama and negative situations wherever they go, then feed off the emotional chaos they have generated. This is sign number 3 out of 5, and this one will completely change how you see certain people in your life. Here is what makes this so terrifying. These people actually thrive when others are upset, angry, or in pain. They get a sick satisfaction from watching people suffer, and they have learned to create situations that guarantee maximum emotional damage. They are like arsonists who start fires just to watch the world burn, except they are setting fire to relationships, trust, and peace of mind. Watch how they behave when drama is happening around them. Normal people try to calm situations down, offer solutions, or remove themselves from the chaos. But human demons get energized by conflict. Their eyes light up, they become more animated, and they seem happiest when everyone around them is miserable and fighting. They have mastered the art of taking minor issues and escalating them into major conflicts. A simple misunderstanding becomes a relationship-ending fight. A small disagreement becomes a workplace war. A minor mistake becomes grounds for complete character assassination. They know exactly which buttons to push to make people explode with emotion. The most manipulative part is how they provoke reactions and then act completely innocent. They will say something deliberately hurtful or inflammatory, wait for you to get upset, and then act shocked that you are being so sensitive or dramatic. They collect emotional reactions like trophies, storing up your pain and anger to use against you later. They are masters at timing their attacks. They seem to have radar for when people are vulnerable, during times of grief, stress, major life changes, or when someone is already struggling. That is when they strike with their emotional poison, knowing that their victim is least able to defend themselves or see clearly what is happening. The difference between accidental drama and intentional drama creation is like the difference between a car accident and deliberate vehicular assault. One is unfortunate but unintentional, the other is a calculated attack designed to cause maximum damage. Human demons are always in the second category. They are emotional terrorists who weaponize feelings and relationships. What makes this discovery so powerful is that once you see this pattern, you cannot unsee it. You will start noticing how certain people always seem to be at the center of conflicts, how drama follows them wherever they go, and how they never seem bothered by the chaos. In fact, they seem to enjoy it. If this information is revolutionizing how you see the relationships in your life, and you want to support the crucial work being done on this channel, you can show your appreciation by clicking the thanks button just below this video. Every bit of support helps us continue exposing these predatory behaviors and protecting people from psychological manipulation. But regardless of whether you can contribute or not, let's continue, because what comes next is going to completely blow your mind. There is a lesson here that cannot be taken lightly, and it is one that most people learn too late, often after years of damage have already been done. This lesson is about recognizing when someone in your life is systematically destroying the trust and relationships around them, not by accident, but as a deliberate strategy to gain power and control. This is not about someone who occasionally makes mistakes in relationships or struggles with social skills. This is about individuals who wake up each morning and strategically plan how to divide people, break trust, and destroy the connections that make life meaningful and beautiful. They are like relationship assassins who kill bonds between people with the precision of a trained sniper. The fourth sign that reveals when someone in your life is a human demon is their supernatural ability to systematically destroy trust and relationships around them, while somehow managing to appear innocent or even helpful. This is sign number 4 out of 5, and this pattern will make you question everything you thought you knew about certain people in your circle. These people are masters at spreading lies and rumors designed specifically to turn people against each other. They do not just gossip randomly, they calculate which lies will cause the most damage and division. They know that if they can isolate you from your support system, you become easier to control and manipulate. Watch how they handle secrets and confidential information. When someone trusts them with sensitive details about their life, they immediately start planning how to use that information as a weapon. They share secrets to create division, betray confidences to gain favor with others, and use private information to hurt people when it serves their purposes. The most chilling part is how they manipulate multiple people by telling each person a different version of the same story. They are like puppet masters pulling strings, making people dance to their tune without anyone realizing they are being controlled. Person A gets one story, Person B gets a completely different version, and Person C gets yet another angle, all designed to create maximum confusion and conflict. They have an almost supernatural ability to identify people's weaknesses and insecurities, then use those vulnerabilities as weapons. They collect information about your fears, your past mistakes, your sensitive spots, and they store all of it away like ammunition to use against you when the time is right. The pattern is always the same. They create suspicion between friends and family members by planting seeds of doubt. They make comments designed to make you question other people's loyalty, honesty, or intentions. They are always the common denominator in relationship breakdowns, but somehow they manage to position themselves as the innocent victim or the helpful friend who was just trying to help. What makes this behavior so evil is that they often smile while stabbing you in the back. They can look you in the eye, tell you they care about you, offer to help you through difficult times, all while secretly working to destroy your relationships and isolate you from people who genuinely love you. The long-term damage they cause to your ability to trust others is devastating. Once you have been manipulated by a master relationship destroyer, you start questioning everyone's motives. You become suspicious of genuine kindness, you doubt sincere offers of help, and you struggle to form deep connections because you are always waiting for the betrayal. This lesson must be burned into your memory. When someone consistently destroys trust and relationships wherever they go, when they are always at the center of drama and division, when they use private information as weapons and turn people against each other, you are not dealing with someone who just has poor social skills. You are dealing with a predator who feeds off broken relationships and thrives in the chaos they create. Never forget this lesson, because forgetting it will cost you years of your life and countless meaningful relationships that these demons will destroy for their own twisted satisfaction. Now, I need you to take a moment right now and think about the biggest dream you have ever shared with someone. Remember that moment when you felt excited and hopeful, when you believed in your potential and saw a bright future ahead of you. Now think about how that person responded to your dream. Did they light up with excitement for you? Did they ask questions and offer encouragement? Or did they immediately start listing all the reasons why it would never work? Think about a time when you accomplished something you were proud of. Maybe you got a promotion, started a new business, lost weight, learned a new skill, or achieved any goal that mattered to you. How did the people in your life respond? Did they celebrate with you and make you feel proud of your achievement? Or did they somehow make you feel like your success was not that big of a deal? Reflect on the conversations you have had about your goals and ambitions. Are there people in your life who consistently make you feel smaller after you talk to them? People who always seem to have a reason why your plans will not work, why your dreams are unrealistic, why you should lower your expectations and be more practical. The fifth and final sign that reveals when someone in your life is a human demon is their systematic campaign to destroy your confidence, attack your dreams, and crush your sense of self-worth. This is sign number 5 out of 5, and recognizing this pattern will save you from years of psychological damage and stolen potential. These soul crushers have perfected the art of destroying your confidence in your abilities and dreams, while making it seem like they are just being realistic or looking out for your best interests. They always find reasons why your goals are impossible or stupid, but they disguise their attacks as concern, love, or practical advice. They minimize every achievement and success you have, making you feel like nothing you do is ever good enough or significant enough to matter. When you get that promotion, they point out how many other people also got promoted. When you lose weight, they comment on how much more you still need to lose. When you start a business, they focus on the statistics about business failures. What makes this behavior so insidious is that they compete with you in unhealthy ways and actively sabotage your progress. They cannot stand to see you succeed because your success makes them feel bad about their own failures and limitations. They plant seeds of doubt about your worth and capabilities, making you question whether you really deserve good things in life. The difference between constructive criticism and soul-crushing attacks is intention and pattern. Constructive criticism comes from a place of love and is designed to help you improve and grow. Soul-crushing attacks come from a place of jealousy and are designed to keep you small and dependent on their approval. They seem genuinely threatened by your happiness and success because it exposes their own mediocrity and lack of achievement. They use your insecurities as weapons against you, reminding you of past failures, highlighting your weaknesses, and making you feel like you are not smart enough, talented enough, or worthy enough to achieve your dreams. The long-term impact on your self-esteem and life trajectory is devastating. When someone consistently attacks your dreams and confidence, you start to believe their lies about your limitations. You stop pursuing opportunities, you settle for less than you deserve, and you begin to see yourself through their negative lens instead of recognizing your true potential. They want to keep you small and dependent on their approval, because if you truly believed in yourself and pursued your dreams with confidence, you would no longer need them in your life. Your success would expose their toxicity, and you would naturally distance yourself from their negativity. Think about how different your life would be right now if you had never listened to the dream killers and soul crushers. Think about the opportunities you might have pursued, the risks you might have taken, the person you might have become if you had been surrounded by people who believed in you instead of people who wanted to keep you small. Now that your eyes have been opened to these 5 unmistakable signs, you have a choice to make. You can take this knowledge and use it to protect yourself and build a better life, or you can close this video and pretend you never learned what you just learned. But let me be crystal clear about something. If you go back to tolerating these toxic people after everything you now know, you are choosing to be a victim. You now understand how human demons operate. You can identify their energy-draining tactics, their reality distortion games, their drama creation, their relationship destruction, and their dream-crushing attacks. You have the tools to recognize these patterns and protect yourself from further damage. Trust your instincts when something feels wrong about someone. Your gut feelings are not random. They are your inner warning system, alerting you to danger. Document interactions when you feel confused or manipulated. Write down what was said and when, because this will help you see the patterns clearly and prevent gaslighting. Create boundaries without alerting them to your awareness. Become less available, share less personal information, and gradually reduce your emotional investment in these relationships. The Grey Rock method works wonders. Become so boring and unresponsive that you are no longer interesting to them. Sometimes going no contact is the only real solution. When someone consistently drains your energy, distorts your reality, creates drama, destroys relationships, and crushes your dreams, they have forfeited their right to access your life. Cut them off completely and never look back. Surround yourself with positive, supportive people who energize you, validate your reality, minimize drama, build trust, and encourage your dreams. These people exist, and you deserve to have them in your life instead of the demons who have been poisoning your peace and potential. This knowledge will transform your relationships and protect your future, but only if you actually use it. If you continue to accept toxic behavior from people after learning exactly what they are doing and why they are doing it, then you are choosing to waste the gift of awareness you have been given. The algorithm has perfectly selected the next video for you to continue this journey of protection and empowerment. That suggested video appearing on your screen right now contains exactly the information you need next to build an unshakable defense against manipulation and create the life you truly deserve. Click on it immediately and keep growing stronger.